Would you like to know why you stay too long in unhealthy relationships? Perfect. Keep watching. Hello, I'm Francesca, vibrational love match strategist and all around fun cat. And before we dive in, I would like to invite you to like this video, click subscribe, hit that notification bell. Why? It's free and it helps me out. And I would be super grateful to you. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about 4 main reasons why you stay in unhealthy relationships. And number 4 is super juicy, super layered, so make sure that you watch till the end. All right, let's dive in. The first one is simply that you don't know. You may never have experienced a healthy relationship. A lot of our relationship ideas and beliefs and grids around relationship come from what we see modeled to us when we are children. So if you've never seen or experienced either by observing as a child, then you don't really know what a healthy relationship is. Or maybe you don't have a lot of experience dating and so you're not sure, but it doesn't feel good, but you just haven't had either the experience as a child and witnessing that, having that modeled to you, or in your own personal life. So you don't really have a comparison, although something in you feels like it's not right, it's off. Trust your gut on that. The second reason, and this can hit home for a lot of you, and this is usually subconscious when I work with clients. It's not until we start digging through things that this comes up. And that is that you don't believe that you deserve a healthy relationship. And that too is usually linked to something in childhood. And so it's very interesting to see how what happens to us in our formative years then informs the present. But once you become aware of it, then you can shift it and create a complete new trajectory for yourself. And that's amazing and awesome. Like, who doesn't want that? Like, you get to then take control once it comes into your awareness. And a little sidebar here. All right. I'm using the word unhealthy and healthy because I think the word toxic is completely overused to the point where it has no more meaning. And the other part of that is that there is no good like opposite or antonym for toxic except for like anti-venom or something like that. Whereas with healthy, unhealthy. With toxic, there's not a really good, panacea? That's not juicy. So that's my little tirade. I don't and it's overused. Toxic is overused. And honestly, it may not necessarily be the most appropriate word at times too. It can seem inflated. So we have healthy and unhealthy, right? Perfect. All right, continuing on. Number 3, you're clinging to the good moments. And usually those are the first 3 months, right? The honeymoon phase where everything is like, oh, it's so amazing, etc. And you miss those red flags. And then as the relationship develops, you start to then keep referring back and think, oh, well, it could be like that. Well, there was this one moment when she did X and it was really great. And so you're just clinging to those small moments throughout the relationship that were good, but not seeing the overall picture that 90% of the relationship is unhealthy and you can do better. You do deserve better. All right. Number 4, and this is soups layered, and it's fear. And in my experience and working with people, there's different kinds of fears, and some people may have several of these fears, or maybe just one. But usually fear is super layered, super juicy. So the first fear is fear of being alone, being single. For some reason, people think, and they have tied their identity to their relationship status. And so they don't really have status or clout if they're single. And there's this fear of being alone, like maybe they can't be alone. I'm sure some of you have known somebody that just goes from relationship to relationship, like there's super overlap, or they're in a new relationship in 2 weeks dating somebody new, and that's an avoidant behavior. Another fear that people may have is the fear of starting over again. And this is more common, I think, in late 30s, early 40s, 50s, with people that they're like, oh boy, back to the drawing board, gotta start all over again at my age and the dating pool. And then they start spewing all these beliefs that they have taken on about what the dating pool is like at their age, and oh, I'm just set in my ways and all sorts of things. But that's really based on a fear, and that's easy to help people move through. Another fear could be, and strangely enough, is the fear of failure. And so I see this a lot, more so with married couples, but also with single people too. Like, oh, this relationship didn't work out, so I failed. And that somehow that's indicative of who they are as a person. No. Let me clear that up right now. If a relationship doesn't work out, that's okay. And it doesn't mean you failed. There's something to fail at. You had a relationship that didn't work out. That's it. There's no reason to add all these extraneous qualities or to somehow make that some type of indictment on you as a person or your ability to be in a relationship. I always say that relationships don't work out until they do, because you finally pulled in an appropriate match and you value the same things and you can create a beautiful life together. It's as simple as that. It doesn't need to be this complicated thing, but there is this very interesting fear of failure, or that I failed, tied to that. And so people may stay too long in an unhealthy relationship because they don't want to be seen like a failure. And another fear is the fear of never finding somebody new. So it's like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know, the unknown, because, oh, what if my person isn't out there? But that also speaks to one-itis, and that is a video for another day. So stay tuned. Make sure you click subscribe so that you're notified when that video goes live. And so it's, like I said, it's all these little fears that keep people from leaving an unhealthy relationship to go pursue a healthy one. And once again, there's no judgment. We have all been there. I think anybody that has dated over any period of time may have hung out a little too long past a relationship's, I'll say, expiration date, because of one or more of these fears. So let me know in the comments, what fear made you stay too long in a relationship? 1, the fear of being alone. 2, not believing that you deserve better. 3, clinging to the good moments. Or 4, some type of fear of loneliness, etc. So I'd be curious, or maybe it's more than one. Have at it. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, I invite you to hit that like, the subscribe, and the notification bell. It really would help me out very much, and it's free. So until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.